Hey, hope you're having a good day. I got some good news. The course is now available. Click the link below to get full access. And if you're new, consider subscribing.
So yeah, congratulations for coming this far in the training series. We've covered a lot of ground. We've gone from coding the email from scratch. We've covered like some of like how to like chop up the email design to dissect it, piece by piece, so that we can kind of get an understanding of like the pixels, the numbers that are being used within the email, so that they can help us in terms of how we're going to use that when we actually code in the email, say for example in code editor like Dreamweaver. So at the moment, like I promised, we are now in Photoshop. So if you're new to Photoshop, a little 30-second rundown would just be all your tools that you need to work with to manipulate whatever artwork you're working on are going to be here on the left pane. Colors are going to be here at the top. Your layers are going to be down here at the bottom. And some of the tools, they come with special ways in which you can like select different ways of working with the tools, basically. So certain bars will come up here. So for example, if I select the lasso tool, you can see now we've got a different set of like selections to choose from. If I choose eyedropper, different tools. If I choose the text tool, now you can choose the font size, regular, whether you want it bold, or even the font face itself. All right, so that's just something. Now I've got the pointer tool. Everything changes here. I mean, if I was to do Command J and select something, let's see. All right, let's just do what I wanted to do. So if I put like a word like Laraminthum, now all of these things are selected. I can come in here, bump down the size, change the font. Apparently that font face you can only go, and let's choose that. We can make it bold. You can change the color from whatever it is at the moment to, say for example, white. Then I can use the pointer tool to move that element, say for example here on the gray, so that you can focus in on the new word that I've actually typed. If I put it on gray, you can't see it. So yeah, that's why I put it there. So it's just a little bit of things, and I'm using trackpad so I can pinch and zoom, or sometimes I'm using like the Wacom tablet so I can draw and do other stuff. So I'm going to delete that layer, which was Laraminthum. Right, so that was the little, I mean, there's loads of other tutorials if you really want to dedicate to learning how to work in Photoshop. So for now, I'm just going to crop out the design on the left and the design on the right so that we focus in on what we want. Let me see what we got left. Not precise. So what I can do now is if I click C, or if I push C on the keyboard, I can use this zoom tool. But if I click it, then I lose the crop tool. So instead of clicking this tool, I'd rather pinch and zoom. So if I pinch and zoom, now I'm doing the same thing without losing this. So I want to pinch and zoom as far in as I can till I can see pixel or pixelated things. So I can move this in so that I get rid of that image. And then I can scroll all the way to the other side of the email. Maybe I want to get rid of some of that as well. Let's say get rid of that. Okay, and I'm happy with that. And I hit enter. All right, so that's gone. So let's talk about what I do in terms of when I want to select things. So let's say, okay, let's go to the zoom tool, get back in real close. So if you were watching the previous video, basically you would notice that I was speaking about this little graphic that's at the top. So what this is an element, obviously, the designers have put in for us. And because they've put in for us, we have to actually can make note of it and actually extract it out of the design so that we use it in the email. So to begin, I'm using guides. These blue lines that you're seeing, holding the space bar and panning across. And then basically, if I move that over there, what I want to essentially do is put my self selection. You can see this little box that I've created. So the next thing to do, instead of using the crop tool as I was doing initially to crop the left and the right out, I would have to dig into this by click hold. Then I get access to other tools. Then I can go to this one, which is called the slice tool. And now I can pinch and zoom in to get in a bit closer again. Now what I can do now with this, because I've put in my little blue lines, basically things will snap. So like you can see now, things are snapping. So it's pretty cool. And that is it. And I can double click it, rename it to say top. I can do an underscore art. Okay, that's cool. And the size is here and the size is there. Maybe I just want to round up to 619 to 620. Let me see how that's going to affect things. You know what? Maybe I want to get rid of 620 and 20. So you see this kind of jumped up now. It's not touching my bottom. And what's happening also is that cropping that out, or is that perfect? You see, designers normally will round things up, so I would imagine this is rounding up there and it's not being cut out. So that's cool. So I can do that. Let me see one thing. If I zoom in here, okay, that's still good because I put 620, so it's added a pixel somewhere. All right, so that's the pixel that is added. Let me scoot this to the left. C, if I push C, then I scoot it to the left. I don't want to get this pixel, which is brown. So if I move it again, how's it looking over here? Again, this translates to all this pixel perfect stuff. So it seems like I'm going to have to cut out all these pixels because I don't want any gray. So let me see what I can do. Grab that out, grab that out. You know what? Grab that out as well. Grab that out. Let's see how it's looking. Because I just didn't want, I just wanted to have a white background. Again, this goes down to just being precise with what you're cutting out, because you know it's going to affect the overall design. So it's better to be right. So it's gone to 617. Okay, and you know what? I'm still going to keep it to 22 here. It's fine. 617, 22. Yeah, sometimes it's okay. It's nothing wrong. It's just sometimes you want to round off those numbers. Right, so that's that top one done. And if I click into it, we called it top art. Okay, so next up, we can call it, you know what? Another cool thing to do as well. You can do some sort of numbering system so that you know what's what. Because they're going to layer themselves out. What did you call it? Numerically. So yeah, if you use like a sort of like an ABC, so you know it's easy to know what comes first. So yeah, it's kind of having like a system where you just can work more efficiently. So there you go. If you hold shift, it kind of snaps. So it's more precise. So it's snapping there to the edge of the image. I am going to scroll to the bottom. Z, zoom in. Back to the V pointing tool. Hold shift. It snaps to the bottom of that. and scoot across. All right, that's perfect. That one is on point. I didn't have to do nothing there. That one is going to be all right as well. So that image is done, and I can do the C key, get my slice tool, and that's it. It snaps, and I'm going to call this 02 underscore. I can call this image 1, or you can call it. Let's say this guy's name is Paul, so let's go Paul. Let's just call him Paul. And you can see the numbers here, 236 by 236, which is a pretty good number because it's proportional. So the designers would have done this proportionally anyway as well. So it kind of helps. And so what else we getting out of this design? So we would need to cut out this image. Just see. Okay, 236. All right, cool. So if I do this another way, maybe instead of using the things, if instead of using the lines, the guides, I can just come in here and say 236 by 236 and rename it to 03 underscore Mary. Maybe that's a name. Cool. Let's do that. So if I now zoom in, okay, if I zoom in on this edge, you can see the line. I'm a pixel out, so all I need to do, holding the C, not holding it, but with the C tool selected, which is the what you call it again? Slice tool. So I can just push the arrow key, and then it scoots to the right 1 pixel, and that is perfect in my opinion. Probably not. So if I do Z, you can see on top we're not really perfect, so I have to push C on the keyboard, scoot down 1 pixel. Now we got the image pixel perfect. You know, like some email developers will crop an image not precisely, like for example, if I zoom in, someone will crop it and it's got like some white space over here like that. And when you export in this kind of image, then if you wanted to control the gap between here and here, now you can't really control it precisely with the number that you had probably worked out before, because now you got to factor the image that you're bringing in also has got some white space. But if you had cropped it in nice and tight, then basically, you know, you're good. I think I'm happy with that as well. Let me just check. 36 is perfect. So yeah, so that's that. And what else can I say about? Oh yeah, we did speak about this image. So if I do again, see, sometimes you don't really have to think too much when it comes to cropping. Like I can just do a crop like this, like boom, that's it. I just need to then come back in and say, oh, if I crop it like this, it's gonna cut out this part. So I just need to move this up a bit into the white. Let's see. Yep, it's perfect. That's cool. How far out do I want it? Maybe just a pixel over. Oh no. Okay. Maybe not. That's cool like that. And let's just zoom in here and see what I got. Okay. I could just bring it in 1. Doesn't matter. Okay. So yeah, that's fine. And then you can just see what you've done at the bottom here. Yeah, that's fine. So now you can just double click it and say, you can even say, what was the last one? So 04, let's just call this banner. Okay, and it's 617 by 299, maybe 299. You just want to round it up to 300. It's just, it's a nice number. Okay, so, and then what a couple other things to consider is this part here. I'm going to do the same. Okay, so it's all about zooming in, because when you zoom in, you get all the detail. Go back to the crop tool or the slice tool. Let's see how that is looking. Maybe I don't want to grab that. Like, okay, so the image itself has got like some white. Okay. See, that's what I'm saying. You can't really see it when you scale it out, but there is some white border going on around. And I know that will affect the design itself. So that is another little thing to consider. So am I gonna make 1 pixel border around that, or how am I gonna do things? So basically that's some workout. So I'm gonna get rid of the white on the left, so that I don't pick that out. I'm gonna drag this down, maybe down some more, so that that's included. And I'm gonna go in here, get rid of all these other colors. Okay, something like that for now. Maybe one more. Right, something like this. And now, okay, I can double click it and rename it to say 05 underscore wavy. It's only a name that you're cool with anyway, so it's not a big deal. I think I can even do 400 here. Should be fine. Uh-oh, maybe not. That was the width. I was thinking that's the height. Okay, I can do 30 here. Let's see. And then I can scoot it down 1 up so that it doesn't cut that bigger one. Alright, that's cool. Alright. And then the next bit would be to crop out these icons. Best way to do it would just be to, okay, just have some sort of consistency with these ones when you cut them out. So I don't really need this particular one. I'm trying to get rid of this one. Okay, so let's see. All you need to do, really, to be fair, is just have some sort of like, let me just do M, see what number I'm working with. So I can say, can I do 40? Let me see. What is that number? Okay, so 40 seems like a bit too much. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna go for something like 42 by 42. So let's do that. What I'm gonna do is go for the C slice tool. I'm just gonna random, just go double click into it and say, nope, I'm gonna do, you can do even underscore, or you can do 06 with the theme we've been doing, and say Instagram. Okay, Instagram, and say, here we say 42 by 42. Right, okay, so that's that. Now I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do this one and say 07 underscore Facebook, and then 42 by 42. That was luck. So, but I'm just gonna scoot it over so that the image is centered in there. Okay, that's perfect. And I'm gonna do the same for this one. Even if you do it like crazy, and then you just come back in and say 07 08 underscore. I didn't even see what that one was. Okay, that's LinkedIn. And then obviously you want it to be 42 by 42, which it is. So click OK. Scoot it sideways so that it's centered. I'm just eyeballing this. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We've got all the assets that we need to export out of this design. Now at this point, it's now the easy part, because all you just need to do is to actually go File, and you're gonna go, sorry if it's out of the window, but you go File, Export, and you go Save for Web Legacy. And now if you were to click the actual slices that you've done, you can see the file format that it's going to export out as. So it can be a PNG, you want it to be transparent. And also you have to be conscious and mindful of the file size. Okay, the smaller the file size, the better, but also that means that the quality of the image can go down. So I'm just gonna say, okay, let's say JPEG. All right, and it's that size and it's maximum, so it's cool. Click Mr. Paul here, and he is 52 kilobytes, something like that. So it's pretty nice and small, way under a megabyte, so that's good. So this essentially means if your images are slightly smaller, they're not going to use too much data on someone's phone for them to download the image, and the actual email itself is not going to be a big email file size, which is good for email clients. So there's all that to factor in. So we're going to go to Mary 35, which is good, and it's a JPEG. And this one, okay, what's the file size? 186. I mean, for a banner, 186 is good. Normally a banner, I'd say, can go up to like 300 KB. That's fine still as well, but you know, this one, 186 is good. Keep it big. Social icons are going to be way tiny, and they're still maximum JPEG. So yeah, click them up just to see what file size they are and stuff like that. Now you don't have to select all of them, or you could, if you wanted to export out particular, like if I wanted to export Paul and Mary here, I can just select them like this, and when it comes to the next screen, I'll say save. I'll say select. I'll under here, I'll just say select selected slices. But I'm not going to do that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go to all user slices, which factors in all the slices that I've actually manually cut out and renamed, so I don't have to rename them. So if I hit save, everything is going to be thrown into this, because at the minute this is empty. At the minute this folder is empty, which is this folder. But the minute I hit save, everything is going to go into that folder. So if I hit save, let's see. Right, if I come back into this one, okay, so it threw in another folder image inside of it. So go inside of it. So all the assets that I actually cut out, you can see them here. All right, so you can see them here. That was a little slice that we cut out. If I go down, you can see Paul has been cut out. Mary's over there. The banner's over there. Instagram is over there. Facebook is over there. LinkedIn is over there. What else? And that top bit as well for the footer is over there. And these have been precisely cut. You can see the file sizes here, which is perfect for us. And that's pretty much it. This is literally the work process that you would need to have under your belt as an email developer, because the designers are going to give you like a design. So you're going to have to get this Photoshop design and then chop it up, get all the assets precisely so that you can work with them in code. So watch this video over a few times. Also remember to subscribe, share it with other people that are interested in like email developing, and let's just have fun. The next part is going to be so good. It's going to be so fun. Like literally we're going to take this design and we're going to build it, and literally there's nothing else to wait for. So yeah, literally we're going to take all the assets that we have now, we're going to translate this flat design into actually real live code. So yeah, I'm excited for that, and I hope to see you in the next video. So see you guys soon. See ya.
Hope you're having a good day. I got some good news. The course is now available. Click the link below to get full access, and if you're new, consider subscribing.